Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel at Judge Me J. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoy. I feel weird sitting down because I feel like if I move around, I'm going to fall off because there's no back to this chair. It's not really safe. It's not that stable. But I want you guys to know that, one, it is 10:57 p.m. Okay, 10:57. And I got dressed after accidentally taking a power nap that turned into a sleep after church. But I mean, like, it would have been so easy for me to put this off until tomorrow, but I'm deciding to be obedient. You know, like, sometimes being obedient means that you wake up and start your day in the middle of the night because God said you need to go ahead and get this information out here, reach these people, connect with them, encourage them, uplift them, inform them. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for. I brush my teeth for y'all. I know you can't smell, but it's like sometimes you can look at someone and you just feel in your soul like they didn't brush their teeth. And I want you to know that I did. I brushed my teeth. So hope you appreciate that. I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about today. And I'm really thinking that I'm going to go with this morning. Just like random little part of my day that helped give me some insight for things that are happening in my life and things I'm sure are happening in your life. Like, just as human beings, we're very relational, so we're meant to be relational. Like, that's how God made us. We're meant to fellowship with others and grow with others and love others and just be love. Like, that's who we're supposed to be, and that's who God calls us to be, ministers of reconciliation, etc., etc. But I was driving and I was not minding my business. I'm just gonna be upfront about that. I was not minding my business. I was in my own lane, like physically driving in my own lane, but I was not in my own lane mentally. This boy was driving. He had this passenger, this little blonde girl. Like, they were cute. I could tell they were out, you know, they're about to have a Sunday fun day, adventurous, whatever. I'm on my way to church. They're in this red Jeep, and Jeeps are very trendy right now. Like, I get that's the thing. So I was looking at the truck, but the door was open. Like, and not like the trendy cool way where like the doors are just missing or off. Like, the actual door was just like open, attached and open. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, why is it like that? Like, should I say something? Like, why would you drive like that? And all these like small judgments are popping up in my head, and all these like concerns and worries and confusion and really stuff like that didn't necessarily have anything to do with me. Like, but I wasn't honking to let him know. I wasn't kind of like, I didn't do anything with observation. I was just looking at him, judging and being weird kind of it. And as I'm looking at this man being nosy, not staying in my own lane mentally, I messed up my mascara because I was putting on my mascara at the light. Like, I don't really wear makeup that much anymore. Like, the last time I put on a full face was June 30th or June 31st. Is there a June 31st? Was the last day of June. And so I normally just wear mascara, and I was putting mascara on at the light, and I messed it up because I was paying attention to somebody that didn't really have anything to do with me. Like, his door being open wasn't affecting me. It wasn't like keeping me from being able to drive. It didn't seem like he was like in pain or anything. So it was like, after the initial observation that he had the door open for the reason, I could have left it alone, but I didn't. I kept being nosy. I kept staring. I kept being distracted. And that just made me think about focus. Like, focus is so important in life, in our relationship with God, in our relationship with others. Like, if we are not focused on what God is calling us to be focused on, if we are so focused on what's happening with other people in their lives and their walk with Christ, then we allow ourselves to get distracted. But we also put ourselves in a position where we mess up our own stuff. And it was so weird that it was like something that small made me think about that and realize that, like, if I had been minding my business, I wouldn't have messed up my mascara. And sometimes it's that simple. Like, yes, we are called to hold others accountable. Yes, we are called to be a source of counsel, but that doesn't mean that we necessarily need to comment on everything that we see. Pray and be concerned with what he's trying to show you. Like, what does he want you to be doing? Like, just because someone else is struggling or going through a certain kind of walk with God doesn't necessarily mean that, like, he's calling you to comment on that or to save them. Like a lot of times people have to go through their own walk. They have to go through their own struggles with God. And if you try and save them or correct them or bring it to their attention, like remind them that God is working, then you might be hindering yourself, but also hindering them. Like maybe God really needed them to get to that realization on their own, you know? And so it's just that random moment. I was also 15 minutes late to church, if I'm being completely transparent. Like, being on time is not really my thing. I'm trying to get better at it. I've gotten better. I mean, I'm still not there, but it's like, it used to be 30 minutes, now it's like 22, you know, so proud of myself. But yeah, so that's just a random moment I had today that reminded me about how we need to operate in our relationships with others, in our relationship with God, in our relationship with ourselves. Use those small moments. Use those random things to like really try and evaluate what God is telling. I'm also like a random person. Stuff just pops in my head all the time. And that's a big part of the reason why I feel even more led to have a YouTube channel, because it's like I have so much stuff. Like, who was the first person to come up with a ruffle? Or like, who came up with t-shirts? Or who came up with long sleeve? Like, was it long sleeve first or was it t-shirt first? You know, was someone like, ooh, it's hot, or was someone like, ooh, it's cold? Or were they both created simultaneously? Like, I think a lot of random stuff.